But quite frankly, Jerry's Railroad Slideshow is the best slideshow.
Hello, fans. This is Jerry Quinn, and I'm going to do a little slideshow on the Pennsylvania Railroad. I have 511 or so pictures of these things from the good old days when Pennsylvania was that particular railroad. Here we have I think it's a Baldwin freight passenger locomotive with 6 axles. Kind of unique, kind of special. And of course, the Pennsylvania had a bunch of these freight locomotives called E44s that replaced the GG1s. Oops, I went too fast there. Passenger trains was a big thing with the Pennsylvania, and they had a lot of E-units to handle them. Here's one of the box cabs that was in the electric system that ran from Washington, D.C. to New York. And then, of course, the E44s in action. Try to keep action shots. I prefer them over rosters. Here's the famous GG1 in the Pennsylvania 5-stripe and maroon colors, probably the most favorite of the paint schemes that it did have. And they had a lot of little steam engines, including this one that's still running at Strasburg. Very good looking lines for a steam engine of its era. They had big ones as well. This is a built pair of Box one, pulling a passenger train in some station. Pretty tough looking model, I would think. Pennsylvania had the passenger trains, and here's one crossing a large bridge over a river. Don't know which river, but very impressive, with an observation car. Here's a GG1 in the black, probably a post-merger Conrail scheme, pulled by the one with the 5 stripes. Here's a GG1 with a single stripe. This is near Newark Airport, and that's the Jersey Central Railroad going over top of the passenger train. Here we are again with the E44s, looking for some freight to haul somewhere. Here's the earliest of the GG1s. They didn't call it that. It's a small version, and it's riveted instead of welded. Made it different. Here's the real ones. It's got the wider cab, and it was quite the model of its day. It was a very, very powerful and efficient scheme for electrics. Back to passenger trains and E-units. Whoops, I went too fast. Okay, this one has the damage from a wreck and is rusting out, and the photographer is looking the wrong way at whatever he's shooting is more important than the GG1 behind him. Pennsylvania got into these streamlined versions of RDCs, but they were electrics, and I think this is at Croton on the Hudson, up there in New Jersey Central area. Their cabooses were very unique with the rounded windows, which made them different than most other cabooses. And they had plenty of General Electrics and EMD freight units to handle the freight business that they had. This is an ex-Pennsylvania line car, now painted up in Penn Central yellow. And here we have 3 units waiting for the return trip of the commuter trains, waiting for their turn. This Doodlebug really went over favorably with me. I think it's still running on some tourist line back there, and it's certainly a special shot crossing this bridge. They had these box cab electrics too. Some came from the Great Northern. I'm not sure if this one did, but they had a number of these box cabs. And the famous Alcos FAs, these are probably freight service. Not sure how they handle them special. And if you're interested in any of them, you can look at this kind of a folder, and it says Pennsylvania is like 511 on the current design. And if you're interested, let me know by calling me or writing me, and we can communicate. We can make a CD, a DVD, or a thumb drive of these pictures for you to use as well. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
There is no one better to talk about railroad history than this man, Jerry Quinn. If I could make him Secretary of Railroading in my cabinet, I would.